Yo, I can't lie. That song hits. The beat is tough and it's catchy. That might be the song of the summer. But the real question is this: is it bigger than music? India Arie believes it is. And before people start painting this as if she's just hating on Young Miami, let's be honest. India Arie comes from a completely different energy. She represents soul, class, black empowerment, self-worth, and music that makes you actually think about who you are. So when somebody like India Arie speaks on music having power, she's not speaking as someone who never made music that people felt. She's speaking as somebody who built her whole career on music that had a meaning.
I love the way he speaks. I love the way he thinks. I love the way that he treats his mama. I love that gap in between his teeth. I am ready for love if you will take me in your hand.
Now see, that's influence. That's music that inspired people. That's music that made people feel seen. So when she hears one of the hottest songs out right now says, "Hold on," the message matters. And I don't think we should dismiss that, because she's not mad that Young Miami has a hit. She's asking a bigger question. What are we feeding ourselves? What are we feeding our kids? And what type of behavior are we turning into a vibe? Let's get into it. Cue the clip.
This that Raymundo Reacts, huh? Y'all came in for the laughs, huh? You did. Stay for the commentary cause it makes sense, huh? Real talk.
That boy is good.
I've been in the blogs a couple times this last week, and so I wanted to come and talk about these things. Let's talk about the easy one first. It is being wrongly reported that I think we should boycott this song of the summer. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I refuse to sing that song, but either you know what it is or you don't. And if you don't, you can go find it. It's very easy. But I don't think we should boycott. What I want is to see people understand the power of words and music and to make choices that are healthy for them. That's what I want. Do I think it matters what I want for people? No. I have finally learned that it doesn't matter and that there's no amount of sacrificing my life force energy that is going to make anybody want anything better for themselves. All I can do is emanate what I emanate, stand for what I stand for, and hope that it reaches who it's meant to reach. And that's it. And that's all I'm going to do. And so my comment makes it very clear that I don't think we should boycott.
Now you have to pay attention to that, because a lot of people are taking that as India saying boycott the song. She didn't say that. She didn't say nobody couldn't dance to it. She didn't say Young Miami shouldn't get money. She said music has power. Words have power. And people should make healthier choices about what they consume. And that's where folks got uncomfortable, because deep down, people know she ain't lying. We don't like when people interrupt the turn up with accountability, because the truth is a song could be fire and still carry a bad message. The beat could be tough and the message could still be trash. Both things can be true.
India Arie is hating on Young Miami Spin That. I just woke up from a nap and seen this and had to speak on it because I was instantly irritated, because I'm trying to figure out what about an India Arie would make you think that she would be in support of a song like Spin That. This is the same India Arie that made Brown Skin, a song encouraging black women to love their brown skin. That's the type of music that she makes, black empowering music. So nothing about a song encouraging scamming would be something that she would be in support of. And her not being in support of a song like that would not automatically make it be her hating. Like, I could see if this was one of Young Miami's counterparts who do rapping just like her, and they came out talking about the song, then I would be like, yeah, they probably hating. But India Arie, no, it would make total sense that she wouldn't like a song like that. So she absolutely right in what she was saying, and that's not hating. It's the truth. Y'all just don't like the truth. It ain't no different than when y'all attack me for going against Sexy Red. women like her, they need representation. They need representation until y'all are stereotyping non-black people, are using those stereotypes against you. And then you want to bring up all the college educated black women. Then you want to bring up all of the black women that own businesses. No. Bring up the sexy reds. Bring them up. Stop using the college educated, business owning, productive black women whenever people want to throw up stereotypes about you. Right? Stand 10 toes down in all of that representation of ghetto hood trash activity that you like to be pedestalized. Like, y'all can miss me with always calling somebody a hater because you don't like the truth. Is the song catchy? Yes. Is the message good? No. And that is what it is.
Exactly. That's the balance right there. The song hits, but the message, keep it real. Young Miami refers to herself as a city girl. And let's be honest, that brand has always had a certain energy, ratchet activity, to say the least. A modern woman more concerned with money, status, financial gain, and stability by any means. Hence the song. Spin that. And I get it. People love club music. People love trap music. People like music they can vibe to. But when the message is scamming, boosting, tricking, spending, and doing whatever for money, then don't get mad when somebody says, wait, what are we promoting? Because if black people say we want to break the stigma behind the word ghetto, if we say we're tired of being associated with ratchet behavior, if we say that we're more than a stereotype, then why do we keep promoting the same energy that feeds into the stereotype? That's the part people don't want to answer.
Again, why does one seem to negate the other? Like, if I have an appetite for Italian, that don't mean that I don't have an appetite for soul food. That don't mean that because I'm listening to the song don't mean that I'm not listening to Mary Mary.
Just because I'm listening to the song don't mean I'm taking anything from the song but the music. You know, everybody ain't running out here, I heard this record, now it made me want to do X, Y, and Z.
That's a fact.
But it's not as high as people. It's not as high as people
percentage.
think. I would put more of that. I would put more of that on movies. I would put more of that on certain video games. Or put it on hip hop.
Very small amount of people are influenced by what? You said it.
I just changed what you said. Not influenced by. Very small percentage of people hear something and do it.
Then go do it.
Yeah. And that's a song,
not influenced by.
And the studies,
as a teenager, I had
the psychological studies that this hasn't been my area of expertise in a while, but when I was looking at the impact of like music on people's actions, it is relatively small. Like, people don't listen to shoot 'em up songs and go out and shoot people. People don't. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm talking about the broader cultural patterns and trends we have. When Jay-Z told people to stop wearing jerseys, we stopped wearing jerseys.
Now I get what Joe's saying. Why can't he like both? Why can't someone listen to Young Miami as well as India Arie? Why can't someone turn up and still be intelligent? That's fair. A balanced adult can listen to different types of music and not let every lyric become their life. But here's my question. Is everyone balanced enough to do that? Are kids balanced enough? Are people who are already chasing clout, money, and validation balanced enough to separate entertainment from lifestyle? Because some people don't just listen to music. They built their identity around it. They dress like it. They talk like it. They date like it. Spend like it. Post like it. And then when the consequences show up, everyone acts confused.
Why y'all can't just leave the kids out of it?
Shame on every adult in this video
encouraging our young impressionable babies to be scammers.
But watch this. This brother, this what it looks like when you don't know your purpose in life. He's not no bad dude. I'm sure he's a good dude, but he just desperate for some attention. He's got over 4 million views with this video. And you can tell he don't care if kids are at the expense of his ignorance. Long as this is serving him, he think it's cool.
Then more adults dropping the ball. Music was clean and edited. At the end of the day, our kids had a great time skating, singing, and dancing, all while being protected. That's what matters. No, at what cost? Getting them to bind around music that's encouraging them to be scammers when they grow up. Out of all the songs in the English language, this what y'all allow?
Now this is where the it's just music argument starts to fall apart. Because if it's just music, why are kids repeating it? Why are adults recording it? Why are people defending little kids singing grown content that they don't fully understand? We can't keep saying children are impressionable, then act like lyrics, visuals, and culture don't influence anything. And I'm not saying one song is gonna ruin a kid, but if what the majority that they listen to was talking about scamming, lust, disrespect, violence, vanity, and money over character, then eventually that becomes normal. And once something becomes normal, it becomes easier to copy.
A week later.
One of the most prolific organized retail thieves in Western Washington is facing new charges. Janice Downs, a.k.a. Janice Smith, a.k.a. Punchy, is back in jail after just getting released from prison in January. Bellevue police say one of the best clues came from a TikTok video made to Young Miami's viral song Spin Dat about boosting and scamming. Bellevue police say this video shows Janice Wiley holding 2 stolen Louis Vuitton purses. It was posted 5 days after detectives say her daughter, Janice Downs, and an unidentified suspect stole the bags worth more than $7,000 from Nordstrom in downtown Seattle. And 2 days after Downs showed the purses on her Instagram account.
For us, she's a prolific, organized career theft criminal, and so we're very familiar with her.
That's because Bellevue PD Special Enforcement Team busted Downs and her mom 2 years ago for a major organized retail crime spree. They were accused of stealing more than $500,000 worth of Lululemon clothing. Downs pleaded guilty to 6 counts of organized retail theft. She was sentenced to 33 months in prison with 501 days credit for time served and was released in January. Bellevue PD Captain Landon Barnwell says just 4 months later, Downs was back to her old way.
Now let's be clear. I'm not saying the song made them steal anything. Grown people make grown decisions. But when a song is glorifying scamming and spending, and then someone uses that same song to flex online, stolen bags, you can't pretend that there's zero connection between culture, behavior, and attention. That's what India is talking about. Not that every person that hears that song is gonna go commit a crime, but the energy, the message, the repetition matters, because subconsciously you can't evolve past something that you keep giving life to. And that's the real conversation. A lot of people want better outcomes, but they keep consuming the same type of energy that pulls them back into the same mindset.
The India Arie shit. This is how India Arie want everybody to dress and wear. Yeah, I mean, all this India Arie. I am not my hair. I'm just being honest.
Now she tripping. She's acting like India wants everybody to walk around like they're going to a Black Excellence Gala every single day. That's not the point. But let's not lie. The look itself gives off a different energy. Prestige, class, self-respect, Black excellence. Now, do you have to dress like that every day? No, but how you carry yourself matters. Presentation and energy matters. And no, clothes don't automatically make you a good person. But if you constantly present yourself through the lowest version of the culture, then why are you surprised when people respond to you through that same lens? People say, don't judge me. Cool, but you're always communicating something through your words, image, choices, through the music you celebrate. That doesn't mean you have to be perfect, but it does mean you should be aware.
Again, shout out to Young Miami. Got the hottest record in the fucking world, not just the country, the hottest record in the world. They singing it in China, in Russia, Ethiopia, goddammit. Shout out to Young Miami, one of the baddest, the finest little shit in the game right now. You bad body old bitch, not one can be given how you feel about this young girl and her song. All the negative music that come out, you want to simply try to target a young Black female that's doing something positive, that's in her bag right now. You talked about her bag when she put out certain singles. You talked about her over and over again with situations with who she was dealing with. Everything y'all get on this the internet and act like y'all life is all peaches and cream. But I know you old bad breath smelling that. I know you. I know you. I know you mad. I know you mad and you jealous. You look at that young fine girl on that stage rocking each clubs each and every night. These appearances, these hosts. She dropping her heart and go out there. Young Miami, you got not let these old ragged deter nothing you try to do.
Now, Trick Daddy riding with Young Miami makes sense. That's his world. That's his background. That's his energy. And no disrespect to Trick Daddy. I mean, he has been successful and he's definitely a voice for the people that come from his environment. But at what cost? His lifestyle and his story made him authentic. But does authenticity automatically make the message healthy? That's the question. Because sometimes a person can be a real voice for where they came from, but that doesn't mean everybody should aspire to stay there. And life experience will aid you out of certain content if you're willing to grow. At some point, what was once fun starts looking a little different. At some point, what used to be turn up music starts sounding like dysfunction with the beat behind it. And that's not hate, that's growth.
India Arie was trying to show you guys a fundamental truth that is a spiritual law. Sound waves change reality. They change matter. This is a proven fact.
And those are called cymatics, the geometry of sound made visible. Every frequency creates a unique geometric pattern because vibration organizes matter into shape.
Let's talk about it. Would you rather have the vibration of sound changing your entire frequency of your body? Because if you listen to music, sound, TV shows, whatever you're constantly listening to, people around you who are either speaking life or toxicity into you, this is not an opinion, this is a fact. The way the body works is that what you listen to, what we hear in sound waves is going to create something, and it's going to change the matter around you and the matter in your body. Whether your kids hear the words or not, you are playing sound waves in your household, things like that. And you have to be very, very careful about what the majority of music that you're listening to, the majority of things that you're hearing, even from other people. So this is not just an opinion or I like this music or I like that music. There is a scientific evidence to show you why these small hats, these executives, small hats that rhymes with bluish, want you to listen to that other stuff way more than what I just played you, because it is literally shaping the reality every time you play it. When you play it outside, when you play it inside, when you play it amongst our kids, those sound waves are shaping the energy, the matter, the body, the brain, our thoughts, are everything in this that it touches. It is shaping. And when you play that kind of music over and over and over again, it is shaping and shaping and reshaping and shaping matter again in reality. They know this stuff. That is why they are playing it for you. That is why they have it that's why they got rid of all that conscious music.
India has a point that people don't want to acknowledge. Be careful what you consume, because music isn't just a sound. It's repetition, it's language, it's identity, it's attitude, it's marketing, it's culture. And the people selling hit records don't always care what happens to your community after the song goes viral. They care about the bottom dollar. They care about streams, TikTok dances. They care about a record movement. But if the message leaves the people worse, who deals with that? The community does, the parents do, the kids do, the relationships do, the dating scene does. And that brings me to a bigger point. Everybody keeps saying the modern dating scene is terrible. Men blame women, women blame men, everybody blames social media, everybody blames trauma, everybody blames the other side. But nobody wants to ask, what kind of energy are we consuming every day? If all you do is feed yourself scam culture, vanity, lust, money over character, and disrespect, why are we shocked when people start dating like everything is a transaction? Why are we shocked when women say they want money first? Why are we shocked when men say they don't trust women? Why are we shocked when everybody is using everybody? At some point, the culture you consume becomes the culture you live. And that's what India Arie is trying to warn people about. She has 50 years of life experience. She's seen the industry. She's seen what black culture exports to the world. She's seen how people have taken our music, our image, our pain, our slang, our style, and sell it back to everybody. So maybe instead of calling her old, bitter, or jealous, maybe the younger generation should listen for a second. Because the young should never be so cocky or ego-driven that they can't hear the wisdom from somebody who may have already been where they're trying to go. The advice could be priceless. So here's my final verdict. I'm not saying don't enjoy the song. I'm not saying boycott Young Miami. I'm not saying everybody has to sit around all day listening to conscious music. But I am saying India Arie has a point. The song can hit and still be harmful. The song can be fire and the message can still be low. You can dance to it and still admit what it's promoting. And black people cannot keep complaining about being stereotyped as ghetto, ratchet, materialistic, and destructive while we keep making the same energy the loudest part of the culture. At some point, we have to ask ourselves, are we being entertained or are we being programmed? Are we consuming music or is music consuming us? Because if we say we want better relationships, better families, better communities, better representations, better outcomes, then we have to be honest about what we give life to. But that's just my opinion. What do I know? What do y'all think? Is India Arie hating? Or is she telling the truth people don't want to hear? Can a song just be a song? Or does music have more power than people are willing to admit? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, if you enjoy the content, stay locked in. Hit that sub button to the right and to the left, more dope content. Don't forget to hype this thing up and share it a time or two. Until next time, I'm out.
This that Raymundo Reacts, huh? Y'all came in for the laughs, huh? You did. Stay for the commentary cause it makes sense, huh? Real talk.
That boy is good.